Welcome to Home Cinema and Tech Review. In this video, I'm going to review my own product. This is U200 from Ulanzi. I purchased it myself. This is not a sponsored video. I purchased this to increase my production quality. By the way, I can do it anytime. I have lots of studio equipment, but I want to do it quick. That's why I bought this. And again, this is not a sponsored video. This is my own choice. First, this is the protective layer. Don't worry, in the second part, I'm going to keep this video short as possible. You're going to see me in front of this light, and I'm going to show you what kind of picture quality that you can get from different distances if you tune this right, only with the single light in a kind of like dark room. So first thing is first, before getting to the device, we got a user manual. It's a quite long user manual. As you can see, it's a long device. But I'm going to hold it like this to show you more important stuff. This is the device we are going to witness couple of seconds. And this is the specs, that is most important part. And it will be on the device back with the sticker, don't worry. But we got 100 LEDs for white color. We got 100 LEDs for warm colors. So 8,000 milliamps of battery, 7.4 volts. And size is here, as you can see, 288.6, 218.6, and 31. So this is not a big device, but it's not light. I'm going to tell you why, because 8,000 amps of battery. And charging time is 4.5 hours rapid charge. It also supports Qualcomm Quick Charge and PD Quick Charge. That's a nice touch. So working hours, as you can see, the Kelvin values 2,500 to 8,500, which means we got a lot to work on. We can go pretty warm, we can go pretty cold. And maximum brightness is 2.5 hours and minimum brightness 10.5 hours, which means a lot, because if you're not going to go full power all the time. I'm going to show you why. And we got 20 watts of total power, and as you can see, input voltage is 5 volts and 3 amps, 9 volts, 3 amps. And the output current, which I'm going to tell you why, this is also a charger device for your phone, 5 volts, 1 ampere, and light angle is 120. And the lux values are interesting, that they're giving lots of specs. That's nice. 0.3 meters, 30 centimeters, which is quite a lot close for a person, but it could be good for close-up macro shots like jewelry, watches. I might give you some example with watches because I have Watch High-Res channel. You might know that channel. So if you haven't noticed, you can check in the description. 0.5 meters is more realistic for a portrait shot, which is a 500 lux. So these lux values are pretty amazing because right now my hand is under around 450 lux level of light. This says minimum 500 lux from, or sorry, probably this is the max out, 0.5 meters, 500 lux, which is a lot. You gotta squint your eyes for that amount of power. So with doing this thing, taking this to the side, what do we have? We got a Type-C cable. That's a nice touch. I don't want to see micro USB anymore for charging. And we got a phone holder. I also have this with other Ulanzi tripods that I got. This is basically one of the entry levels from the Ulanzi. I also have metal version of this, but this could get the job done. If you want a metal versions, you can add on later on, purchase them separately. This could hold my S22 Ultra without problem, and the red area really helps to grip the phone, not to any kind of like folding problem, since phones are expensive and you don't want to run and gunning and losing your phone. You got a cold shoe here. That's a nice touch. You can add microphone and external stuff when you need it. I'm going to put it aside. We got a verification or qualified certificate here. That's a nice touch. And we got the Ulanzi U200. By the way, the box is already protective, and I'm going to probably protect and keep the box to keep the device inside. This is the device we got. As you can see, this is really looking quite solid item, and we got a 1/4 inch screw hole where we can screw this phone holder right in center of it, which I will do in a second because it is very fast. But I am shooting this video with Samsung S22 Ultra, so you are not going to be seeing my phone inside, but you're going to see the result that it comes with it. So you're going to witness what kind of a quality that it can create. By the way, I put it in a wrong direction. If you're going to use it with selfie camera, this is the way to go. But I'm going to shoot with the rear camera as an example to you. So I'm going to use it like this. So be careful the way. Probably you can later on correct it, but this is the way to use it. I'm going to hold it like this, or I'm going to put it on a tripod, get in front of it to show you how it looks in the full use. So basically we got same information here, U200 from Ulanzi, and rest of it is the same. And what do we have? We have 3 cold shoe at the top. You can add a microphone like a Zoom H1N, kind of like 32-bit float recording device, dedicated recorder. And you can have like microphones, 2 microphones maybe for separate recording, one on the front, one at the back. Maybe if you're walking, shooting, and then somebody in front of you, double mic could happen. You can use wireless microphone, or you can use additional lights, or you can add additional holder like a front holder or back holder when you want to hold this device, not just from the sides, but from the top when you're running, gunning, or lower angles. You can also hold it like this, but it's kind of like a little thicker from the sides. So you might want to add a dedicated holder to not to get in front of the light with your hands if you're going to use the lights with holding setup. So this is also a rig for a camera. If you don't know what the rig is, when you use your 2 arms, the suspension really makes the camera move more stable. If you don't have a gimbal or probably a glider with the weight like a gyro, this is the way to go. This is the prime level of cinema in the old days. So the grip is like a silicone based, feels like a PlayStation or high-end game pads from the PC level. And we got Ulanzi's U logo here. What else do we have? Let's look at the corners, connections. This side shows us the power button, battery icon, which has 4 LEDs. Right now it's in the tree. This is a brand new device. I haven't charged it. So one is for white light, one is for yellow light, and you gotta dim it or put it high. I'm going to do that in a second. At the bottom, of course, we got a screw 1/4-inch hole. That's a nice touch. You can connect any tripod. At here, around the corner, we got a Type-C charging port. Around this side, instead of the other one with dimming functions, we got another 1/4-inch, which means we can do shoot vertical. That's another nice touch. And we finished. But no, we got a Type-A charging port. Let me just show it. This is the charging port. If you want to charge your phone, you put the cable here, and from your phone, if you got a short cable, that would be great, and that you're good to go. But you can also use your Type-C cable that comes to charge it. That's a nice touch, but this is long in my opinion. If you want to do it as a rig on the go, I suggest to get a short cable to get to the phone. So you got a 8,000 milliamps of battery. I think the device is over. I would prefer some leg that can rotate under it like this, so I can put it on a ground with the windy environments. It could stay on a surface. But since this device, when you leave it on a surface, it doesn't make sense. That's maybe probably why they do it like this. You definitely need a tripod to get it in a high level where you shoot really good proper video, because other than that, lowest angle, why do you want to use the lights or something like this? You can just buy a smaller grip and also smaller tripod from Ulanzi or any brand for that matter. So this section, physical section, is over. In the second section, we are going to use all of the device function. But before that, I want to open it up and show you. Right now, it's in the minimum power. Okay, but the camera is fixed exposure, but auto white balance. I'm going to open this up to 1100 lux level from 30 centimeter. Right now the camera is around 40 centimeter, which is quite high, so you can go blind. And I'm going to dim it down. And if I push it to the yellow, as you can see around the corners, some sort of yellow is happening. You can't really see it because right now the camera is tuned to auto brightness. You might be asking yourself, hey, what the hell are you doing auto white balance? Auto white balance reason is I can get better white on the table with this light setup, because there are bulbs and of course LEDs right now at home, when I include this, I don't want to ruin the white overall white balance. You're going to see the fixed exposure, fixed white balance, how this thing really acts with different setups. So let's dive the specs. But do I recommend it? Basically on the go instead of ring lights, because many of the ring lights has power problem, like they don't have internal battery, they don't charge your phone, so you gotta find an adapter, or you gotta use your power bank with them. And ring lights are not holding your phone like this as a proper, this is a rig. You can't really use ring lights as a rig system because they don't have dedicated battery and system like this. You can really try it with the big ring lights. I do have lots of ring lights at the studio, but I want to keep everything in a small package. This is smaller than a big size ring light. That's another plus, so I can put it inside of a drawer and take it out and shoot some videos. Without further ado, we're going to take a look at the results. Welcome to the second section of this video. In this section, you're going to be seeing my visual with the Ulanzi U200 light combined with my S22 Ultra, and I am using the regular lens. This is a wide angle lens, so I think this image quality is generally okay, could be considered okay for a single light direct to my face. So if I get closer, light acts like a bigger softbox, so it will get softer around the edges of my eye. But when I get far away, it will act like a harsh light because light is going to be smaller. This is not visually a tutorial for a light setup, so I'm not going to dive into those things in detail. This is just a product review on my side. If you know me, just watched other my videos, you probably know I have a couple of photo and video studios, and I'm a professional photographer over, I guess, 15 to 20 years. So we got most of the time used to use with the models or with the products 1 meter, maybe 1.5 meter, huge soft boxes up close to the models, or we use like a big tubular lights with 1 meter, couple of them side by side to create a Rembrandt light or interesting light angles. This is a 30 centimeter square-ish or rectangle style light. So this is not the highest level of soft light, but it can create, if I get close, it can create really beauty style or ring light effect, but you need to give it a bit of like matting effect to the tint. Right now I'm shooting it on the fly. It's not so flattering for me. You will see every defect on my face, which I don't care. But basically, if I prepare myself from a distance with a much more softer box, you will see a lot more handsome person, even if you use same light setup with probably everyone that you know look good, maybe better than me, but definitely light improves everything in the cinema, in the photography, all the time. So I'm going to tell you right now the level of light. Let me just check. It's in the top mode. This is the lightest setting. I think it's much more than everybody can handle. You need to squint your eyes, but let me just open my eyes to show you. I am around 30 to 40 centimeter range. The 50 is ideal, but light is getting smaller. But basically this is the top light, and if I look at this for probably a couple of minutes, I will see the same rectangles all over the place. So this is too much. I'm going to dim it down to the half power. This is the half power, and I think it's more suitable for a portrait shot or a vlogger shot. You might be thinking yourself, hey, the background is too dark, or around me is kind of like dark. That's correct, because I'm not using extreme light conditions. I got a couple of bulbs laying around or strips just to give some ambient light. This is the only light that I rely on. This is the main light. Normally, you should have at least 2 or 3 maybe at the background, 2 edge light to define the edge of a character or a model, and 1 backlight to create a depth at the background. Right now, the only light is this. So light comes to me and then goes far away and lost along the way. So the camera exposure set to me, and when we compare the distance at my back, it's basically 8 times, maybe 9 times lower the light at behind. So you're not going to see the background as lit as me. But basically, when I look at my back, I can see the wall. So if I tune this camera right now in the auto mode, it will be a brighter video. So light is far more than enough. So you're going to finally, in the final section, you're going to see a close-up of this watch. Since I shoot a lot of watch videos in my Watch High-Res channel, you're going to witness a close-up shot of a macro shot of a watch, so you'll get a clear idea how strong the light is. But in this section, I want you to see how Ulanzi 200 can create something in a short distance. And I will open up the light at the top settings and get back a little bit. Right now, I am, let's just check. I am around 80 centimeters to 90 centimeters roughly. So if I'm going to go 1 meter, this is the 1 meter roughly distance. And from the 1 meter, light is 30 centimeters. It's going to get smaller. And this will look like a harsh light because I am far away. But when I get close, let me just get close. Right now I am closer, but I gotta dim the light because as far as close as I get, of course, light is too much, so I'm going to dim it down. This is the soft image, and you're going to see quite a big light in front of my eyes. Like I said, many people don't like it, find it like a gameplay style light, not soft and casual realistic light. Instead of this is like a synthetic light. Some people don't like it, some people like it. It's up to you. But personally, I would prefer instead of this a softbox. But this is an on-the-go light for me, not the ideal light setup. And of course, on the go means it's not the portability is more important than, of course, the light's total quality. But when I shoot the watch, you're going to see other section. If I get this close, watch is small and the light is huge compared to the watch. It's like it's going to be, let's just think about it. Compared to the watch's size, this, let's just say 3 centimeter, this is 10 times bigger. That means it's about, let's just say 8 meters of huge light compared to me. Since I'm a 1.7 guy, like 1.7 meter guy, I'm not too tall, but it's going to be acting like an 8 meter huge light right in front of me. So it will act like a light wall for a watch, and it will look great. But for a person, I think you need a couple of add-on lights, edge lights, backlights to define the depth and create a better image. But what I'm going to do with Ulanzi U200 in my videos, it will be helping me to shoot it on the fly very fast without relying the room lights, because room lights makes everything flatter. Since I have a one light in the room, one light reflects on everything, it makes everything pretty much flat. If I open up the TV or a projector, it really changes, like everything looks flat, and if I adjust to the TV, room looks darker. With this way, I will use ambient lights, and when I open up the TV will create ambient light. And of course, I will use this and some couple of other small lights that I got. I will create a more depth lighting setup for my videos on the go, as portable as I can. I will take it from the drawer and shoot it and get it back without changing the room setup. Since I'm shooting in the living room, that will help me. But I don't know about your scenarios. But if you're going to buy this, at least add 2 more lights to this setup. It could be like a straight pipe style lights that I showed early in the channel, or it could be like small rectangle size Viltrox. I remember the brand. And of course, Ulanzi have sort of devices like that. So you can use palm size small lights to create edge light and of course backlight, because it will help you to define more of the depth of the room. So this is not a light tutorial. I just want you to see the results. And I'm going to change from white to yellow to define a little bit of cozy environment. Right now, you're going to be probably seeing very yellowish image. You can always, of course, on the post, change the color settings. But if you're going to add yellow later, I will suggest to add yellow later. Instead of shooting yellow, I think you should go flat, like white, and then you can add whatever color or filter you want. But if you go yellow, if you're not shooting raw, then you gotta you may have lose some details along the way, even if you do color grade later on. So if you're going to be shooting with smartphones, I don't suggest to use yellow too much, unless it is a sunset, unless it is something that you want to create without a post processing, just directly on the go. If it's your taste, then why not? But I suggest go with the white as much as possible, and then you will add the color grading with the application that you got. It's whether it's DaVinci or Premiere, it's up to you. Let me know what you think at the comment section below. Again, if you like this light, I definitely loved it. And you can't use it with the DJI Pocket 3. The height of the DJI Pocket 3 makes it impossible with the horizontal stage of the light. But if you have something like clip, so you can clip it on the vertical side if you rotate the length of the light. So this way, because normally it can fit inside of this light, okay? But the screw hole is coming with the adapter of the DJI Pocket 3. So you need this adapter to put it on the screw, quarter-inch screw. Either you got an extension adapter to make it a little bit far back or on the front of the light, or you got to go vertical on the long surface of this device, but you need a screw hole here. You need to create it somehow, but I think the Ulanzi could create another adapter for Pocket 3, because this is one of the most versatile cameras other than your smartphone, of course. And I hope you enjoyed this video until now. And if you find this product useful, video useful, don't forget to give a thumbs up. This is not a sponsored video. I'm going to remind you that again. My hard-earned cash, I purchased it myself. And I hope it will be useful for you as it is useful for me. You're going to be seeing upcoming videos with this light in the future, hopefully. Hope to see you in the next video. If you want to go more budget, I made a dedicated video with separate single light setups that you can create for maybe $30 with 2 different lights that you can place different positionings. So let me know what you think at the comment section below. Don't forget to watch the tutorials. And hope to see you in the next video, Home Cinema and Tech Review. Until the next video, hoşça kalın. And don't forget to watch the Watch Close-Up section, because it will, at least it might, change your mind about this light. Bye. If you watched this video until now, I promised you inside of the beginning of the video, what if I shoot a close-up shot, how this light would react. This is a watch that I created myself with the kit that I got from for my Watch High-Res channel. As you can see in the 4K close-up details, this light really acts quite a good looking image for close-up shots like this. Definitely not the softest light setup, and clearly if this wasn't a brushed metal surface like a glowed section, let's go to there, and as you can see, some of the LEDs are not smooth like a soft box, because when they are dimmed down or when you tune them down, right now this section is overexposed, and if I shoot this section not overexposed, you will probably see the rest of the video, of course, a lot more darker, but boy, this really looks good. Of course, glass reflection won't be ideal like a proper softbox, because you can clearly see this region, the LEDs. If I push them higher, that way the overall all video will become overexposed. So some things could be good for you, some things could be bad for you, but many of the occasions, if you're not going to shoot probably let's just say diamonds and jewelry, this light could probably handle majority of the close-up shots, and for this watch setup definitely looks pretty cool. So let me know what you think, and if you love watches, you can also watch my Watch High-Res video channel, because I will probably use this light to review watches and create watch modes. Hope to see you in the next video again. Bye from Home Cinema and Tech Review. Until the next video, hoşça kalın.